Hey there. We all think we know coffee, right? It's that dark, roasted bean we grind up for our morning brew. But what if I told you that for centuries, we've been throwing away one of its most delicious parts? Yeah, let's dive into the secret world of the coffee cherry.
So let me ask you something. When you think coffee, is it just the bean that comes to mind? For most of us, yeah, that's the whole story. But here's the thing. The bean is just the seed, the pit of a fruit. And today, we're going to explore the rest of it.
So, what is this forgotten part of the fruit called? Well, it's known as Cascara. And trust me, you're going to want to know what makes it so special. The concept is actually incredibly simple. Cascara is literally the husk, the dried out skin of the coffee cherry that wraps around the bean. For ages, this stuff was just considered trash, a byproduct of coffee processing. But now, people are saving it, drying it, and creating something totally new. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We say it about apples, about potatoes, and it turns out it's true for coffee too. And get this, the source material points out that the coffee cherry itself can actually have even more caffeine than the bean it's protecting. How wild is that? And the process to make it, it's about as natural as it gets. The cherries are just laid out to dry in the sun, kind of like you would with rose hips. They shrivel up and harden, taking on this really unique, woody texture that's almost like a tiny nutshell. This is the raw ingredient we're going to be brewing with. Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, I have a super important warning for you. The Cascara we're talking about is absolutely not the same thing as something called Cascara Sagrada. As you can see, they're from completely different plants. If you go to an herbalist and ask for Cascara, you might get the Sagrada kind, which is a powerful laxative. So the key takeaway here is huge. Always, always buy your Cascara from a specialty coffee shop or supplier. It's a critical difference. All right, now that we know what it is, and more importantly, what it isn't, let's figure out how to prepare it. We're going to start in Latin America, where Cascara is often enjoyed in its purest, simplest form. It really doesn't get much simpler than this. All you need are two things, the dried Cascara and some hot water. The real key here is getting the ratio right. You're shooting for about 5% Cascara to water by weight. So for every 400 grams of water, you'll want about 20 grams of Cascara to get that perfect flavor. And check out how easy it is to brew. You don't even need a paper filter, which is awesome. Just warm up your brewer, toss the Cascara right in, pour that hot water over the top, and just let it hang out for about 4 to 5 minutes. That's it. It's as easy as making a cup of loose leaf tea. Okay, time for a change of scenery. Let's journey from Latin America all the way to Yemen, where Cascara gets transformed into this amazing traditional spice drink called Quishr. This is a whole other experience. So, for Quishr, we start with that Cascara base, but then we add these warm aromatic spices. Fresh ginger is a must, along with cinnamon or maybe some nutmeg. And the best part is that you can totally make it your own. Adjust the spices to whatever you like. Just a little tip, don't go so heavy on the spices that you lose the delicate flavor of the Cascara itself. The prep for Quishr starts by making this incredible base mixture. You're going to take your Cascara, some fresh ginger, and your cinnamon, and just blitz them all together in a blender. What you're aiming for is a consistency that's almost like a thick paste. This mix right here is the heart and soul of the Quishr. And once you have that paste, you've got options. 3 fantastic ways to brew it, in fact. If you want something quick, just pop a few teaspoons in a cup and add hot water. For a bigger group, you can brew it in a teapot. Or if you want the most traditional experience, you can cook it in a small pot with some sugar, almost exactly like you'd make Turkish coffee. So, you've brewed your Cascara or your Quishr. Now for the really fun part. How do you serve it? Let's go over a couple of pro tips to make the whole experience unforgettable. Oh, this is such a killer tip from the source material. Seriously, you have to try this. Think of it like getting a piece of Turkish delight with your coffee. It's that same idea. The sweet banana and honey are the perfect contrast to the spicy, earthy flavor of the Quishr. It's a simple little touch that makes the drink feel so much more special. And hey, don't think for a second that these are just for cold, cozy days. No way. Both of these drinks are absolutely fantastic served cold. Just pour them over a glass of ice, maybe add a fresh slice of lemon for a little brightness, and you've got the perfect refreshing drink for a hot summer day. It just shows you how versatile this stuff really is. So when you boil it all down, we've basically discovered that a part of the coffee plant that was considered waste for hundreds of years is actually this incredible hidden treasure. It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? What other peels or skins or stems are we throwing away that could be our next favorite thing? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.